Opening. The first breath of the galaxy before it was named, before it was mapped, before language learned how to describe distance, the Aurelian Reach already existed. Not as an explosion, not as a moment of divine creation, but as a gradual gathering of matter, gravity, and time itself. Where other galaxies burned fast and bright, the Reach chose patience. Stars ignited slowly, orbits settled carefully. Light learned how to travel without urgency. This galaxy was never in a hurry, and that choice, made long before life, shaped everything that would follow. To enter the Aurelian Reach is not simply to travel through space. It is to move through accumulated consequence, through decisions made by stars, and later by civilizations who believed they understood them. Soyin. The shape of endurance, the Aurelian Reach, is old. Not old in the way ruins are old, but old in the way mountains are old, in the way oceans remember every storm that ever crossed them. Its spiral arms are uneven, warped by gravitational disturbances so ancient their causes no longer exist. Some astronomers call this natural variance, others quietly call them scars. At the heart of the galaxy lies the luminous core, a region of impossible density where ancient stars burn in layered harmony. Here, light behaves differently. It bends, it refracts, it overlaps itself, creating halos and radiant interference patterns visible across interstellar distances. Navigation here feels calm. Orbits rarely decay. Time dilation is minimal. Civilizations endure long enough to think in millennia. In the core, memory is sacred, not as nostalgia, but as infrastructure. Archives are etched into moons. Histories are encoded into stellar rings. Mistakes are preserved so they are never repeated. And because of this, the core rarely forgets. But the Reach does not remain still for long. Part 2. The mid-reach, where stories are born, moving outward from the core, stability fractures into abundance. This is the mid-reach, a vast band of intersecting trade routes, nebulae, and habitable systems. Stars grow more numerous and more unpredictable. Here, the galaxy becomes loud. Languages overlap. Cultures collide, merge, fracture, and reform. Empires stretch outward faster than memory can support them. This is where most life exists, and where most stories begin. In the mid-reach, history is fragile. Wars erase archives in a single generation. Data degrades into myth. Entire civilizations rise, peak, and vanish between the lifespans of longer-lived species elsewhere. Yet despite this instability, or perhaps because of it, the mid-reach thrives. It is chaotic, brilliant, dangerous, and endlessly alive. Part 3. The Outer Veil. Beyond the crowded lanes of the mid-reach lies the outer veil. Here, stars thin out, light weakens, physics begins to hesitate, radiation storms bloom without warning, gravity wells twist unpredictably, entire systems drift slowly out of alignment, untethered from galactic order. Charts decay quickly here. What was mapped one century may not exist the next. Signals distort, navigation fails, and silence becomes heavy. Yet the veil is not empty. What survives here is adapted. Civilizations that endure the outer veil are never ordinary. They are shaped by scarcity, by instability, by the constant knowledge that the galaxy itself is hostile. Some become nomadic, some burrow beneath planetary crusts, Others abandon physical form altogether. The veil does not kill indiscriminately, it filters. Part 4. Time is a living force. Time behaves differently across the reach. Near the core, time accumulates. History stacks like sediment. In the mid-reach, time fractures. Past and future blur beneath constant upheaval. But in the outer veil, time unravels. Expeditions return before they leave. Probes transmit endlessly from empty coordinates. Messages arrive decades too late or centuries too early. Some explorers claim the reach remembers them, that their presence alters probability itself. Philosophers argue endlessly over this. Is time merely passing through the galaxy, or is it interacting with it? No consensus has ever survived. Part 5. Worlds that listen, planets in the Aurelian Reach do not feel accidental. Some worlds are balanced so precisely that even minor interference triggers collapse, as if they were designed to resist change. Others are violently adaptive, reshaping continents and ecosystems within centuries. There are planets where cities are grown, not built. Crystalline crusts shaped into habitation. Living stone responding to thought and intention. There are worlds where civilizations live entirely underground, having learned long ago that the surface watches back. And there are planets that respond to presence. Magnetic fields shift, weather realigns, native life alters behavior the moment off-world consciousness is detected. Explorers have learned a rule the hard way: treat every world as if it can hear you, because some of them can. Part 6. Civilizations of contrast. No single species defines the reach. Some societies value continuity above all else. Change, to them, is decay. Others embrace transformation, altering biology, culture, and perception to survive. There are civilizations that abandoned physical form entirely. Others rejected advanced technology, believing knowledge itself attracts catastrophe. Interstellar governance exists only in fragments. Alliances form, then dissolve. Empires rarely fall to rebellion alone. More often, they collapse under the weight of their own recorded past, unable to reconcile who they were with, who they became. The Reach does not reward dominance. It rewards understanding, and even that, sparingly. Part 7. The absence across the galaxy. There are gaps, not ruins, not debris. Absence. Entire systems where orbits remain perfect, but every trace of life has been removed with impossible precision. No signals, no ruins. Even background radiation appears scrubbed clean. These voids are old, older than most surviving civilizations. Some believe they are warnings. Others call them quarantines. The most unsettling theory suggests the Reach has been edited. That history itself has been selectively erased. No proof has ever endured long enough to confirm this. Only silence. Part 8. Why they still come. Despite everything, the danger, the instability, the unanswered questions, beings continue to journey into the Aurelian Reach because it offers something rare, not safety, not certainty, but significance. Here, actions echo, choices matter. Civilizations are remembered not for their power, but for their meaning. Some come seeking answers, some flee dying worlds, some are born beneath these stars and never question them, and a rare few listen, not to data or signals, but to the silence between systems. Closing. What the Reach is. The Aurelian Reach is not benevolent. It is not hostile. It is selective. It allows civilizations to exist long enough to define themselves, then tests whether those definitions can endure reality. In this galaxy, survival is not enough. You must become something worth remembering. And the stars, ancient, patient, luminous, are always watching.